Hello, hi there T-Bago, welcome back to another stream. Today we're going to be returning to Polybridge 3, which I started last week and did quite well with. We got through the first 4 worlds, I think it was. Let's just set up the game here. I think that was about the right level of sound for the mic. Dustin, hello. Thank you for joining us. And yes, so Dustin, you were actually one of the testers on Polybridge 2, I believe. And I didn't know this until I happened to notice you on the leaderboard when I was playing. Oh, you were actually a tester for 3 as well. Oh, that's good. Yes, in that case, you've probably seen quite a lot of it already. But for me, it's still fairly new. As I say, I was playing through the first few levels last week, in a previous stream. You're in the credits. Oh, well, we've got to see that. How do I get the credits from here? Or do I have to actually beat the game first? Because we're probably not doing that today. Oh, there's a logo down here. Credits. Right, I'm expecting to see your name, Dustin. Your camera's still little from when you changed it during Emma Words yesterday. This is a good point, T-Bago. While we wait for Dustin's name to come up, I'm going to put my camera... I'll probably have it this side because that works for a lot of games, and I'll make it a bit bigger. There you are, Do Sue Dustin Dude. There we are, everybody. We have somebody famous in our stream. Anyway, without further ado, we shall continue with the campaign. So, yes, I completed 4 worlds, and I was halfway through the 5th world. So we're going to jump right back in where I left off. We're in the jump world at the moment. And, okay, this is a bit different. You haven't actually played it much yet. Well, assuming you tested some of the levels before release, you might have played the levels already. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Dustin. You can critique me on my terrible bridge building. I haven't been going for the lowest budget or anything like that on these levels so far. I've just been trying to complete them. Hi there, Battler Britain. Thanks for dropping in again. I am demonstrating why I should never be allowed on a civil engineering project because I do not build safe bridges. So I have a feeling that the car needs to do something like this in order to get here and then maybe a jump here. I'm going to get this bit to work first though. So hopefully I can just build some triangles. Have you missed with the integration? So no, there is Twitch integration apparently with this game, but I haven't tried it yet. I believe it allows viewers to build bridges or something like that. So it's certainly, if there's interest in that, then that's something I can try in future. But then I don't know. You started the stream saying that you were burnt out on Polybridge, so we'll see. For now, I'm just going to play the level myself. You can open the extension of the tag and build bridges for the streamer to test. Okay, well, the last time I streamed this, it did quite well. So if we get another good stream, there will most likely be a third. So that's definitely something we can try out in a future stream. I'm going to put a couple of ropes here because I feel like this might not stay in place otherwise. And then let's see how that does. Okay. That was not strong enough. I'm going to make this a steel. Ah, that was actually almost too good, except... yeah, when it lands, it's going the wrong way. Oh, this is a turn round. Okay, so I need to get to land here. That causes it to drive the opposite direction, which will cause it to go this way. Ah. Clever level, this. So I actually need to make it jump more to the side. This feels like mini golf. Sort of strategy. I don't remember building the mini golf course myself last time I played mini golf. But it is, yeah. If you were building your own mini golf course, it would be similar. You've got to set something up and then let physics do the rest of it. So that rope broke, which is not a good sign. I'm going to put some steel there instead then. Okay, that was better. It just broke at the top. By the way, hi Strategy and welcome in. Thank you for joining us. I am currently struggling to get something that doesn't break. This is going to be extremely expensive, so I might not use all of those pieces. Okay, now it's weak there. Okay, now that still breaks. Okay, maybe I just haven't made this road smooth enough. Let me try again, but make it smoother. Let me use the curve tool, since that's what it was for. I really enjoy it when the bridge breaks, but the car crosses anyway. The mission is marked completed under budget. Yeah, so there are separate markings for under budget and unbreaking. So yes, from the perspective of whichever government department is funding the bridge, it was under budget, it's fine. But from the perspective of whoever's crossing it, I think they would probably prefer a bridge that doesn't break. Right, this is a bit smoother now because I've used shorter road segments. Yeah, one-time use. I mean, I do only have to get one vehicle to the other side, which is not a design goal that you would get much when building real bridges. I don't know if it's actually specified in the design documents for a real bridge, but if it is, it probably says that you've got to be able to use it more than once. Now I am hoping that this is a bit smoother because I've used these smaller roads. Okay, it's still going to break those. Let's just go straight to using one of these. Yeah, disposable bridge. I mean, quite a few of my solutions in this game are disposable bridges. Even if they don't break, they often end up in a position where they can't be used again. You come from the home of easily the most overpriced highway in the world. Okay, I don't know where that is, Strategy, but yeah, if they just hired players of this game to design your highways, we would have we would have got them done for the absolute minimum cost, but they would have been terrifying to drive on. This is continuing. You know what? I'm just going to do this entirely in steel for now, and if it ends up being too expensive, I will look at reducing the budget afterwards. Roughly 10 billion highway that no one uses. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good use of money. Whereabouts is that then, Strategy? Oh, Hawaii. I'm not familiar with the highway situation on Hawaii, but yes, that does sound like an incredible waste of money. So this worked a bit better in that the car actually made it up onto the roof of this section, but the bridge still broke, and it broke here at the bottom. This road broke, which is unfortunate. I think if I do something like this, that will strengthen that section, so maybe the roads don't break. There we go. So that was actually slightly too good because it jumped past the marker there, so I'm going to take a couple of sections off. And now it doesn't get far enough. Okay, so we need this section, it can just be a bit shorter. There we go. So when it hits that, the wheels reverse direction and it starts driving this way. Part 2 of this bridge, we need to jump to the flag. So I think this is just going to be a more standard looking jump, something like that. See how that goes. There we go. So that was not an optimized design at all. I was only just within budget, and it tells me I'm in the bottom 27% of all solutions. So I could come back and optimize this later, but for now my goal is just to complete each level, so I'm going to carry on. So we have a car on this side getting to a flag on this side. We have a support up here being suspended from a crane, and we have restrictions on where we can build. So I can't just build a straight road because it would go outside of the buildable area. So I can curve the road like that. The other obstacle is it's a big gap and I've only got 10 pieces of steel available. So I'm going to have to start off at least with wood and reinforce some sections with steel later, I suspect. So we probably want to go for an arch, something like that. Let's see exactly what I want to do here. In this game, the wood pieces are limited in length. They can only be up to 2 meters long. The steel can be up to 4 meters long. So the design is often influenced by how long each piece can be, where exactly you need to put the joins. So we've now got an arch to put in the middle. I might actually use steel for these 2 edge pieces already because I anticipate those breaking. And I'll just start off with wood triangles in the middle. And on its own this would definitely not stand up, but we do get to support it with a rope in the very centre. And it doesn't work. Apologies to the occupants of that car who have now plummeted to their deaths. So this section here broke, so I'm going to make this steel longer. And also make this bit steel. Hi there, Ryan Paul. Thank you for joining us. The objective of this game is to build a bridge and to have the bridge not collapse when a car drives over it. I've satisfied the first part of that objective, but not the second. There we go. Okay, that time I got the car over and the bridge didn't collapse. Yes. So this is a series of increasingly challenging levels where you have to build various types of bridge of increasing wackiness as the game goes on. Yeah, thanks for checking out the stream. I'm not sure if I've seen you in here before. At the moment I'm fairly new to streaming, so I'm doing a variety of games until I learn what works and what doesn't. This is my second Polybridge stream. We got through some of the easier levels in my first stream, and that seemed to go well, so I'm doing another stream now. So we now have effectively a double-decker bridge, because we've got a bus on this side coming to this flag, and we've got a car in the middle coming to this flag. So what I've started off with is we just build a bridge for each of those vehicles. Oh right, okay, sorry, yes, you joined in the last stream right at the end then, I guess, right as I was about to raid. Yes, I had been going for 3 hours in that stream, and I usually only go for about 2 hours, so yeah. Apologies that you didn't get to see much. You would probably have seen the tail end of the word game we were playing, which is something I introduced last stream. But yes, I typically am going to stream from 9 PM UK time, which will be between about 3 and 5 PM for Americans. And my streams usually last about 2 hours. But if I've got a lot of viewers or things are going well, then I will sometimes extend beyond that. Right, I've done this side. I need to decide how I'm going to support this side of the bridge now. And I think we just put in an arch. Something like that. And then this middle bit, we can arch it over the car probably. Like that. Okay, let's see if this is even close to standing up. Okay, car was gone, and okay, no. We did not manage to support the bus, so we need to work on this side. If you get a bunch of people talking near the end, it just makes sense to stay on a bit longer. Yeah, I think the problem is we were playing the anagramming game, which involves everybody typing the anagrams into chat, so it can be quite hard to tell if people are actually talking or if they're just typing words into the chat. But yes, I agree. It's good to continue the stream if people are participating. Right, I've made the left side a bit stronger, and now it works. How did I do on that one? So yeah, I did a bit better on that one compared to the previous level. It tells me I'm in the top 15% of solutions. But having said that, I did it for $35,000, and the number one solution gets it for under 12,000. So it's by no means optimal, not by a long way. Okay, so now we have just one vehicle to get over the gap, and we've got these supports in the middle to help us. So I'm going to go ahead and start building something off of those. This vehicle is quite heavy, so we might need to use some steel, but I'm going to start with a bunch of wood and see how that goes. So I'll build up some supports like this, probably something similar here. Play 1 or 2 games maybe that have similarities that you really enjoy and start getting a foundation there. Yeah, so I have been trying a variety initially just to see what works and what doesn't. I tend to play puzzle games myself personally, so I have streamed a couple of puzzle games. We had the bunny game, Baccarat Down the Bun Burrows. We had this, and we had Dorfromantik. Now the Baccarat game, that gets very hard very quickly, and so I'm not going to stream that again, because although I haven't finished it yet, I don't think I'm going to be able to solve the rest of the game on stream. It's just too difficult. However, there's more of this game to come, and Dorf is a more replayable sort of puzzle game. I can do that over and over again. Yeah, a lot of puzzle games, you get to a point where there's not really anything more to do in the game. You're not going to stream it again. The other thing I've been streaming was Palia, or Palia, or however you pronounce it. Which is more of a open world MMO Stardew Valley type game. So I can definitely stream more of that. Twitch is quite saturated with Palia streamers at the moment, so I don't know how much I'll get from that, but it's worth a shot. Palia, yes, that makes more sense. I'm just being too posh. Okay, these roads now don't line up with these supports that I've made, which is unfortunate. They line up on that side though, so what I'm going to do is I think I'm actually going to change the shape of the support and do this, and then have another one here. Actually, it depends how heavy this vehicle is really. I'll try it with just the two supports, but I'll be prepared to add a third one if necessary. Oh, you're playing Genshin. Okay, good luck with the boss fights, and enjoy your lurk. And thanks for talking. Yeah, so always good to have some feedback about what works on the stream. Okay, so for this middle bit, I'm going to do an arch. I think I can just draw it out like this. Okay, this is almost certainly going to fail. Yeah. So the middle just isn't that strong at the moment, but I have unlimited steel at this level, so I'm going to use some of it. Yeah, no problem, Ryan. I think I've got to grips with the technical side of everything. I've got my mic and my camera working, and my stream start screen working, and all that. I'm about to get some emotes and badges and so on commissioned because I should be reaching the requirements for affiliates soon, so that'll be nice. But yes, in terms of the actual content I'm putting out, that's obviously still a work in progress. So this level looks exciting because we've got a motorbike on this side and a motorbike on this side, and a car on this side rather, and they've got to both jump the gap to their respective flags. And I'm sure the first time I try this, they're going to crash in the middle. Yeah, 54 is an average of 3 viewers. I'm actually averaging about 6 viewers, which is great. A lot of Scrabble people, and obviously T-Bago has been graciously supporting every stream that I've put out. I want to put the supports underneath actually. So I've done quite well for viewers for a new streamer. Full of good advice that he follows none of it himself. Well, you don't really stream at the moment, T-Bago. I know you did do a stream, and you may be doing others in future. I encourage everyone to follow L T-Bago. That way he might feel pressured to do some streams, which would be nice. So I'm not sure how fast these vehicles are and how much of a jump they need, but I'm going to try this and see what happens. I want that piece to be wood. I want this to be wood, but I might need to put just steel at the bottom. Like that. Let's see how that goes. Well, the car made it. The motorbike smacked his head on the bridge. Let's see that again in slow motion. Yeah, and that's why I shouldn't be designing bridges. So we can't really lower this jump because otherwise the car wouldn't make it. We might be able to lower it slightly. But what we need to do is make a bigger jump for the motorbike. So something like that might be enough. Let's find out. Okay, so they both made it, but the bridge did break. So yeah, I get the under budget reward, but not the under budget and unbreaking award. So I'm going to go back and try and make it not break by putting that in as steel. And it doesn't break. So I think I've completed the whole of this world, which was the jumps world. So we can go back to the campaign menu. There's one more 2 sheep difficulty world before we move on to the 3 sheep difficulty worlds. So I'll start with that one. The theme for this world is pre-builds. So what that means is there's going to be part of the bridge will already be placed. In this case, it's these roads, and can't be changed. So I have to build something to support these roads that are here. And I only get 2 pieces of steel, so I've got to make quite a good bridge. As usual, I'm going to start off with an arch. But I can't arch the supports under the road because there's no space because of where this boat is going to come. So I'm going to have to arch the supports over the road. So it's going to look something like that. Okay, these side bits might be a bit too short. I'm going to preemptively make them bigger. And then I'll use these 2 pieces of steel to support these side pieces. Like that. Okay. Let's see how that goes. Okay, it collapses before the cars even drive onto it because I forgot that this bit actually needs to have a support in it. Okay. There we go. Yes, has to be a strong bridge because no steel and all 3 cars go over it at once. But we got there. So now we have a pre-built support in the middle of our bridge. And we have 2 rather large vehicles to get across. These 2 dump trucks. And they're both going to drive across at the same time. So we need a strong bridge. Fortunately, we have unlimited steel available. So I will assume that this is going to stand up on its own because I'm going wouldn't have put it in otherwise. So I need to make supports on either side. And as usual, an arch is probably the way to go. And I'll make it out of steel. Those trucks look heavy. Yes, so that when you hover over a vehicle in this game, it does actually give you tons of information about it. Acceleration, maximum speed, and mass. Measured in PG, which I think stands for polygrams. 15 is quite a lot. I think the car in the last level was only 2 or 3 each. So steel is a requirement on this level, I think. Yes, polygrams. So, yeah, that worked, but it got up to about 77% maximum stress there, so without the steel I don't think it would have worked. Okay, now we have pre-placed 2 steel pieces and some ropes to hold them up. So I think what we're going to do is put a road across as usual, and then have an arch between those 2 steel pieces. Probably about there, and it's given me 2 more steel pieces, which I might need to use if this isn't strong enough. But we'll go with just the wood to start with. That very nearly reaches. There we go. Okay, I can't reach everywhere at the same time. I'd like to be able to put a wood piece here, but it requires it to be a maximum of 2 meters long so that the wood can actually reach. Didn't work either. There we go. I'm missing that piece. Yes. Okay. So if this doesn't stand up, we'll look at using some more steel. Ooh, it got to 99% there, but I think it worked. So that was a close one. We just got away with it. Okay, this looks simple enough. It's only a short bridge, we've just got the 1 car, and the road's already built for us. However, I've spotted the problem. This star in the middle of the level needs to be collected by the car in order to complete the level. So if I just support this bridge with an arch, then the car is not going to collect the star because it's too short to reach. Let's just mirror that. So it will get to the other side. Well, it won't get to the other side, it will collapse. If I put some steel in, it doesn't complete the level because it missed the star. So I'm going to have to put a ramp on the bridge so that it gets to the star. So something like that, and I have a feeling if it just drives off the edge of the ramp, it will break the bridge. So I need to ramp back down again afterwards. So something like that. And then support that. And then hope that extra weight doesn't break the bridge either. The extra weight broke the bridge. I'm going to put some more steel in. There we go. So we had to build a ramp in the middle of our bridge. Okay, this time we have a foundation the strength in archers. Yes, archers are good. I have been using many archers throughout this game. This foundation is pre-placed for us in a not very convenient position. An episode of Taskmaster. Okay, I don't think I've ever seen that. I assume that's a TV show you're talking about there, Dustin. So I think the cars can't drive through the support. So the problem is if I just try and build a flat bridge across the bottom here, I think this A car is going to crash into the support. So we do need to build a road like this and then down the other side. And I'm hoping that doesn't... I don't think it can go through the support. If it can, then I'm making this unnecessarily difficult for myself, but I don't think it can. I'm hoping this doesn't tip over on a ramp this steep, because it looks rather top-heavy. Do a test. Okay, let's do a test of it straight, first of all, then. So... that's what it would look like if it could go through. Just spam steel to check. I have spammed steel to check. Indeed, it can't go through the pillar. So, yeah, that's kind of the whole point of this level, is they've pre-placed a pillar in a really bad spot to make the level harder. How rude. Well, exactly, yes. I mean, if you were actually building this, the first thing you'd say was, well, let's demolish this stupid pillar. Let's try actually putting roads down. So yeah, my plan is have a bridge like this, and then we'll have to leave enough clearance for this to make it through, and then I'm going to put another bridge on top for the fire engine. So just building it straight won't work, because it'll be too short and this will get stuck. Phew, welcome back to the stream. Good news, I've just passed 50 followers, so I should hopefully soon be able to VIP your main account so you can chat. Twitch hasn't actually given me the VIP feature yet, so I don't know how long I have to wait. But it says it unlocks at 50 followers, so it should be soon. You did a way better job testing Polybridge 2. You only did testing when they needed it. Yeah, please don't unfollow Phew. Certainly not if you want to be able to chat on your other account. This is just not quite a big enough... Sorry, a small enough gap to be spanned with two pieces of wood. So I'm going to adjust this top bridge so that I can cross this gap with two pieces of wood, because that's going to make placing the supports a lot easier. The support can reach every direction at once. So I'm going to end up with something like that, I think, and I can make that symmetrical. Your schedule for tomorrow. Oh, do your classes start tomorrow, Dustin? I'm also going to smooth out this top bit, because I think it might get stuck otherwise. Right, let's send it. Camera angle. Okay, just about makes it through. There we go. Okay, this time we have a pre-placed cable and a piece of steel. So we can put our bridge down, and then I think we can rest the support on this piece of steel, which will then transfer the force to this cable, which will then hold up the entire bridge. Which is a little bit of a different design than what we normally do, where we build an arch has a compression force, whereas this has a tension force. 3 p.m. class. Is that a problem, Dustin? I think I had one at 6 p.m. when I was at uni. Go under for you? I can't go under, there's water in the way. You've only ever had an 8 a.m. and a 10 a.m. How many classes do you have a week, Dustin? Because I had a lot more hours than that. I couldn't have had just 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. because that wouldn't have been enough hours. Yeah, unfortunately you can't build tunnels in this game. Let's see if this works. Yeah, that works. This cable and steel is actually quite strong, holding that up. You only had 6 hours a week. Okay. Yeah, I think it depends a lot on what course you're doing. I mean, for me, it was typically 20 to 30 hours a week of classes. But then I guess you've got a lot of assignments and stuff to do outside of the classes. So the roads are pre-placed here, but whoever placed them was drunk and has done them in a bit of a wiggle. So we're going to have to adapt to that. I think I can still do an arch at the bottom and just adapt around that. So this bit is easy. And we can do something like that. But then the other side, we can't just flip the design in the middle like we usually do, because the other side's going to be completely different. I think it's going to look something like this. Really like a piece of wood to fit there. I'm just going to stick a steel in for now because they're longer. You did prereqs in high school. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't do anything like that. Dustin learning something actually useful strategy. As opposed to the Scrabble dictionary. I guess you're implying is not useful to learn. Also like this, I'm going to put a steel here so that this can reach. Philosophy and game theory. Okay, that's interesting there. I've never really studied anything like philosophy. It's something I would be interested in theory. I just never really had the occasion to do it. Somehow found something even less useful than game theory. Well, yes, this is the thing. There's not much practical real-world application for it. Should you major in guitar? I mean, you're in your final year, Dustin. Might be a bit late now to change your major. I don't know how it works. I've never heard you play guitar, so I don't know how good you are. Don't do music. I mean, electrical engineering certainly sounds like something that would have a real-world application. I've just realised, so here they've given me two bridges. This one is very nicely put together, and this one is all jaggedy. And I suspect if I run this, it's not going to work so well. Yeah. But also, although these are pre-placed, they're not locked in place, so I can just delete it and put this one in. I'm not sure if that was intended. So now they should both make it over. There we go. And the green one only has to go to the middle, but the red one has to finish this second section. So I need to build another bridge. People who go to music school become music teachers or Amazon workers. Those are certainly two possible careers. I wouldn't say those are the only available options. There were bugs in the server, or the top bridge didn't work. Yeah, so if the top bridge doesn't work, that's a bit of a problem because it is locked in place and pre-built. Although I suppose I could build more supports on top of it. I need to put something here, and I need to make it tall enough to hit the star. This is quite a big vehicle, so I think just something like this is going to be enough. Frustratingly, I can't fit a nice neat number of roads here. It's going to have to look something like this. And then, I mean, I can see that just wood triangles supports it on that side, so it should manage on this side as well. Let's see. No, apparently is the answer. In which case, I'll use this other joint here to add some support. And do it like this instead. That's better. Forgot how much free time you have at school versus working overtime in the summer. Certainly, yeah. If you're not working a part-time job while you're in classes and you've only got 6 hours a week, then you should have some free time, hopefully. In which case, we look forward to more Dustin streams. If you'll be streaming more Scrabble, Dustin, I'd happily drop in and play some games against you. So this is another double-decker bridge. Emma versus Dustin best of 100. I don't know if I've got time for quite that many games, but we can certainly play some games. We have played a few in the past. So I think the last one we played was a Phonies game, which we can do more of those as well because they are funny. But yes, it'd be nice to get some games in. Best of 0. Or are you just saying boo? Are you just booing at the idea of us playing Scrabble? Yes. Well, I maintain that it should be a word, and probably will be a word in future. I think they'll add Idgebol before they add LOL. Yeah, LOL is one of those. Okay, it's internet slang, but it's been internet slang for a good 25, 30 years now. I'm kind of surprised they haven't added it. Okay, I built a bridge. Let's see how it goes. Wow, 98% stress, but it worked. Yeah, they have WYSIWYG. So that's also old internet slang. I think that came in the mid-90s when web design was first becoming a thing. It did break, yes. The car's made it across, but it broke in the process. So I'm just going to make that a steel and hope it doesn't break, which it didn't. Okay, so we have 2 vertical roads locked in the middle of our bridge, which isn't ideal. I don't know if... Okay, yeah, it's... The thing that's holding the roads up is not solid, so we should just be able to go over them. So much internet slang? Well, strategy, I mean... Language evolves, and people are on the internet a lot these days. I mean, just look at us. So, yes, Pog and Poggers probably need to be added. Yeet needs to be added. I don't think that's going to be added, Dustin, and it wouldn't be playable in Scrabble even if it was. I feel like wood triangles are not going to be enough to support this truck, but we'll start with that. And then for this car, I mean this is on a rope, right? So it can move, it can swing from side to side. So we can probably just have the car push it out the way slightly, although that will put more strain on the bridge. I'm just going to do a straight bridge and see if it pushes it out the way. Stuff like derp. Yeah, derp and whelp and all that sort of word need to be added. I mean, yeah, the language evolves, the dictionary should evolve to reflect the language that's spoken, or typed, mostly in the case of the internet. But yeah, people say whelp out loud and have done for a long time. Right, that instantly broke before the car even drove onto it, and that broke. Okay, this bridge is not going well. Why does this break? I'm not sure if it's just not strong enough, or if this dangling bit is somehow interacting with it, causing it to break. Not connected. No, the bridge is connected. I think it just might not be strong enough. I'm going to put some supports on the sides here to strengthen it. Yeah, it's not supposed to be connected to the hanging part because I want the car to push it out the way. Although actually, if I sunk it down a bit more, so that the car did make it underneath, I probably could hang the bridge off of the hanging part, which would help. Yeah, in which case I could connect this. The reason I didn't want to connect this is because I thought this gap would be too small for the car. My bathtub coating is sticky, and I told maintenance and they wiped it down. Okay, I don't want to know what was happening in your bathtub, Dustin. Needs to be reglazed. Yes. Welcome to student accommodation, Dustin. Sorry, there's no Emmabot here at the moment. Okay, bottom bridge works. Top one is still too heavy, but yeah, I think I can use the same trick here of using this hanging thing as a support. Might. Are you saying that I'm cheating, Few? By using this hanging part of the bridge? I don't think it's against the rules. Make the bottom bridge catch the truck. Yeah, that's not going to work. The truck's very heavy. Okay, we have another jump level. We're not in the jump world, but we have a jump level. I've only got 4 roads, which is only enough to build that far. Then I've got to make it land on here, and then I actually haven't got any more roads to build on this bit. Yeah, well, as I say, in a future stream, I will probably be enabling Twitch integration for Polybridge. I don't know if you would be interested in building bridges, but if he is, then that should give him an opportunity to have a go. I don't think you need to have bought the base game in order to do it. I think you just do it in your browser. But I have to set up some stuff my end first. How to play? I mean, how to play the game normally? You just download the game off of Steam. I think I can't remember how much it costs, but it's not very much. But yes, there is a Twitch integration, which you would have to open a browser tab, and then I think you can design a bridge there, and then the streamer can test it out. So it basically becomes a competition amongst viewers to design a bridge. I'm just going to build this with far too much steel and see how it does, because I can only build in this area here, so I can't build here. So not only do I have to make it land on this section, I'm going to make it land on this section with the correct amount of momentum to reach the flag. What is Twitch integration does? Twitch integration does a extension to the Polybridge game that allows Twitch viewers to design bridges. Okay, that worked. So that's what I'm going for, except I'm way over budget, so I need to make this stand up without using steel, or not as much steel. Well, the point is that viewers get to design bridges, and then they get to laugh at each other on stream when their bridges don't work. I mean, there's no point to it in the sense that there's no point to any Twitch stream, really, when you get down to it. It's just a game, you know. So let's see if that stays up. Okay, yes, we got that under budget. You would make funny bridges, WTF. I don't think any of them would work. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll play a few more levels because I want to at least finish this world, and then I'll have a look at... If it doesn't take very long to enable the Twitch integration, I might do that this stream, just so that few can have a look at it, see... if it's something that people enjoy, we can always do it again in another stream. Okay, this bridge, we have a box which is locked in place. We can't change this. Yes, a lot of games nowadays have streamer interaction, Teabago. And yes, some of them have a sort of themed around, you know, getting extra items or loot crates or whatever. This game is a bit more simplistic than that. So yeah, we can't move this box. We can't remove this box, but we need to get the star that's inside the box. So the only way that's gonna happen is if we actually push it out the way with this vehicle, which means we can't just, because I'm sure few is going to suggest this, we can't just go under it because we wouldn't get the star. So our roads do in fact have to go here. We have to make... No, we can't go over the box either because we need to get the star which is in the box. We do have to have roads here, and then we have to support this bridge well enough that the vehicle can push the box out the way, which will put extra stress on the bridge and still not have it break. So with that in mind, I'm going to be using a lot of steel. I'm probably going to... Actually, I'll probably do something like this. And then have more steel in the middle. No, don't connect to the box because then it won't move. So something like that. That can probably be wood, and that can probably be wood. Let's see how that goes. Start. Yeah, so the star isn't actually in the box. When it pushes the box out the way, it can get the star. It needs to do this. But the force of it pushing the box out the way collapsed the bridge. So I'm going to need to add more steel to make it support the... It's got to support the weight of the vehicle plus the weight of this box that it's pushing. There we go. And yeah, this is all... It's being supported by a hot air balloon. In real life, the balloon would just move if you tried that, but this game, it's not supposed to be realistic. The physics is actually reasonably realistic, but the scenarios are not. What's in the box? It's a star. So we've got a car dropping into this ramp and another car which is going to drop in, hopefully land cleanly on this ramp. Would the balloon actually move? In real life, yes, because you'd be applying a force to it. And if we're assuming there's no wind, because the balloon, there'd have to be no wind for the balloon to be stationary in the first place, then that force would cause it to move. So these roads are all pre-placed. So I need to build something to support these roads. But also this last road is flat. So if we just leave things how it is, the car will just come straight off this road and crash into the side. We've only got 3 extra roads, so we need to do something like this with the 3 extra roads to get the car to go up to the flag. So the tricky bit is just supporting all of this. I'm going to start with this top bit because that's sort of independent of the rest of the bridge. It's not connected. Reads physics of hot air balloons. I mean, I'm sure it's very complicated in real life because you've got to factor in the temperature difference inside and outside the balloon and how much lift that generates and so on. Is that strong enough? Okay, that's strong enough to hold up the top bit of the road. Could make an arch out of steel here to help support the bottom roads. Probably put one in here as well. You've seen all these levels, Dustin. Okay. Well, I don't know how good my solutions are compared to the ones that you've seen before. But at least you've got some idea of what I need to do. If I get completely stuck, I can always ask you for hints. But so far, I think I'm doing alright. Yeah, this is basically a roller coaster level view, although roller coasters don't usually have jumps in them. It's I think it would be considered too unsafe in the real world. Don't ask you to help with hydraulics. Yeah, hydraulics, simple hydraulics I can do, where you just raise part of a bridge out of the way or something like that. But when it gets to more complicated ones, where you're actually, moving whole segments of the bridge and unfolding and folding them and stuff, yeah, that goes over my head as well. Right, then we need to support this bit. I think I can actually brace it on this piece of rock here, which will help. Just one mechanism you've learned that it works for all of them. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, let's try this. So it doesn't immediately crash. First car makes it. Let's see how the second car does. Okay, yeah, so that second car dropping in, it doesn't quite hit the bridge at a good angle, and that does make it collapse. So we'll strengthen whichever bit broke. I've just realised something. The flag for the second car is higher up than the flag for the first car. But we've got no hydraulics or anything, so we can't change the bridge between the two cars going. So we do actually need to come up with something here that will send the first car to this flag and the first car to this flag based on the fact that the second car is going faster. You learned about the Archimedes principle and how to calculate it based on watching Kurchi stream Polybridge. I'm not sure how, because isn't Archimedes' principle the thing about an object takes the volume of water that an object displaces is the same as its weight or something like that? And I'm not displacing any water here, but thanks. I'm glad I could educate you. I'm just going to raise this a bit and hope that does what we need. Oops. Okay, it needs to go slightly higher. It also broke, So let me just fix that. Okay, we got there. ITT, I analysed yesterday's tournament games. Oh, that was, yeah. Yeah. That was somebody's stream message yesterday, wasn't it? Isn't ITT in this thread, though? So it should be ITS in this stream. Right, we've finished the fourth 2-sheep world, so now we move on to the 3-sheep worlds. So as a sort of interval before I move on to the more difficult worlds, well, you could have it stand for I try to, but then it says I analysed yesterday's tournament games. I'm going to have a look at this Twitch extension, see if I can get it working, and if so, we'll do that for a bit. So let me... stream is not starting soon. I should change that. There we go. Ned go 1 Oro. Assuming that means need to go in an hour. I should have it working within an hour. So let me see if I can do that. Integration too hard? Well, we'll see. Hang on, I'm just going to go to my channel. Let's not create an infinite loop there. Right, it says the integration is active. So now if I go back into the game, I'm just going to go to one of the earlier levels. Yeah, so hang on. I think I can... Yeah, I refresh and... Yeah, so anyone who's watching who wants to do the Twitch integration stuff, if you refresh my channel page, there should be a thingy on there. How to refresh? Hit F5 for you, probably. So I've got this stuff here now. So accept suggestions, not subscribers only. So I think now, if you refresh the stream and then scroll down underneath the stream and look at the thingy that Dustin said is apparently there, you should be able to go to a web page where you can design your own solutions to the bridge. Dustin, assuming you know what's going on, does that work for you? And Few, I think probably if you're viewing on a phone it might not work, but if you're viewing on PC, you should just be able to refresh the stream and it'll be under there. So Dustin has submitted a... Oh yeah, you need to grant the extension permission on your side as well. So Dustin has submitted a solution, which he's just written the words "hi" next to the bridge, which I don't think will prevent it from working. So congratulations, Dustin. T-Bagger, I don't know if you want to play along and submit a solution. So Dustin, when you load the design in at your end, does it have these bits pre-placed? As in, are you already getting my working design as a starting point, or does it load in as blank? The window is blurry. Not much I can do about that, Few. The quality is fine on my end. You see the working design? Okay. That's unfortunate then. I'm not sure how I replay levels with viewers that have already been completed. But if I go back to the campaign, if you want me to do hard ones, I'll load in the first 3 sheep difficulty level. This is one with some pre-placed roads. So yeah, I tell you what, I'll work on a design and you can work on one at the same time. I assume I can still build stuff. Okay, yes, I can still build stuff as well. Oh yeah, when I switch level, you have to press a button to load the new level. Green one to send. Yeah, it sounds like you press the green button to send the bridge for you. So you might need to press the purple button first because I've switched level, and then press the green one to submit the design. Oh, you did the old one. Oh, sorry. Well, Dustin didn't like that one. He said it wasn't hard enough. Also, it seems like they load in with my solution already in place, which isn't ideal. I don't know if what I'm drawing now appears on the viewer design or not. It'd be nice if it didn't, because then the streamer can play against the viewers. So let me give this a go. Okay. Spoiler alert, it's not attached at the sides. It's not necessarily obvious from the viewer design. Right, let's see what Dustin's come up with. So here is Dustin's design. It didn't work, Dustin. This wood here broke. Unfortunately, I think you've used all your steels. Would you like me to do an easier one, or shall we continue attempting this one? Trial and error. Okay. Well, maybe Few will come up with the solution. So it looks like we need to not let the bridge tip over because it's not actually anchored on the sides. WDiv don't restart. Well, I'm not going to switch level. I'm going to stay on this level, so you can submit your design still. Trying to figure out game. Yeah, no, you can keep figuring out this level. I won't move on from this level until you've submitted the solution to it. So I think if I do steel like that and then just fill everything in with wood, that might be the strongest design. Oh, that doesn't quite reach. That's a shame. Okay, we have a second submission from Dustin. Let me just oops, yeah, save bridge. I'm going to save my design and then I'll load Dustin's. See how Dustin's does. Okay, Dustin has solved the bridge. Now, the question is, do I get to take credit for... yeah, so if a viewer solves the level, then the streamer gets to take credit for the design on the leaderboard. So thanks, Dustin, you just got me 600th place on the leaderboard, top 4%. It was cheaper than the design I'd come up with. I'm not sure if there's some way to turn off leaderboard submissions. Right. Few, are you still working on design? Because I'll leave this level open until you've done your design if you want. In fact, I'll see whether my bridge would even have worked. Trying something, okay. Okay, mine would have worked. It was just twice as expensive as Dustin's. Actually, yeah, my version had the lowest stress. Just do another? Okay, let's move on to the next level then. So you need to hit the purple button, is it, to reload the bridge if you're using the extension to pick up the new design. Okay, this is a hydraulic level. This might be a bit difficult to do. Dustin, should we go back to some earlier ones? Because I think that might be easier. Especially for WTF, because I think you might have difficulty configuring hydraulics on there. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make a new campaign. New profile called viewers, and then that way you don't get any of my previous solutions. You can come up with your own solutions. All you have to do is make a bridge. It's quite simple. Yeah, the first ones are too easy, but that's okay. We can just skip through them quickly. I just need to do this tutorial before it'll let me carry on. There we are. Since Few is having difficulty playing, this is by far the easiest level in the game. So Few, if you've got the extension open, if you click the purple button now to sync your level with me, and then all you need to do is place some roads here and then some supports above them. Does not sync. Is it working for you, Dustin? Yeah, if you have to try it now. When it was the tutorial, it wouldn't work. Streamer does not currently have a level loaded. Streamer does currently have a level loaded. Let me go back in. Right, Streamer definitely has a level loaded. Hello, IR Streamer. I have level loaded. I don't know if it's because I switched profile just so that my designs didn't come up. But yeah, give it another go. Okay, you got it working? Okay, so yeah, just draw a really simple design, doesn't matter if it works or not, and then hit the green button to submit it, I think. Not working for you? Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear it's not working for you. I wonder how hard it is to make these extensions. I don't know, I think they had an extension for Polybridge 2. The streamer is active. Look, hello, I'm here. I'm not sure why it's not working. Well, I'll give you a few more minutes to try and get it working. If nobody can get it working apart from Dustin, then I'll just continue on to the more difficult levels. And Dustin can try a solution if he wants. Otherwise, I'll just do them myself. Sorry, I thought we might have a go with that extension, but if it's not working for everyone, then we don't want people to feel left out. Have you given up, Few? Yeah, streamer not offline though. Twitch integration link, yes. Twitch session active, yes. Streamer is streaming. Hi there, Scrabble. I don't know if you want to try building bridges in Polybridge. Dustin got the extension to work, and Few didn't, and he's just revoked permission to it. So that's re-enabled. I'm going to give Few a few more minutes to try and get it working, otherwise we're going to move on and do something else. Yeah, we're trying out the Twitch integration, which allows viewers to design bridges for the level that the streamer is currently playing, which is, at the moment, is just a really simple level because I just wanted to see if Few could get it working. But yeah, I've done the first 2 difficulty levels of this game now, so we will be moving on to the 3rd difficulty level shortly. Is it working for you now, Few? One minute, okay. So Dustin has submitted another design. He's written the word "few" on the bridge. It actually doesn't work, Dustin. Sorry, you're going to need to try again. Why didn't it work? Well, probably because there's no road here. And also because it just doesn't stand up. Did it send? I'm not seeing a bridge from you yet, Few. Did you press the green button? Chaling? Suggestion has been sent. I've only got one from Dustin. You did send it from your Few's bot account, didn't you? Not your main account. That might be banned from bridge design as well as chatting. Keep sending. Yeah, I've only got Dustin's solution, which is very nice. Add a wood and then send it again. It's over budget. I'm impressed that you got it over budget on this level. I think you are allowed to submit over budget solutions. Apologies to everyone who's watching who isn't Few or Dustin. We will be resuming gameplay soon. But yeah, I'm not seeing any submissions coming in. I've just got this one from Dustin. Definitely doing this right. Okay, we've had another suggestion from Dustin. This is more entertaining than me actually playing the game. Okay, I'll bear that in mind. Dustin, I don't think this design's going to work either. No, sorry. Keep trying. Why does Dustin get to submit? I don't know. I mean, if anyone else wants to have a go, feel free. Sorry, Dustin, that didn't work either. I don't know, I don't think the issue is on my end because my stream is all uploading fine, and Twitch is up, and the Polybridge leaderboards are up, so I think the Polybridge server is working. I just think your internet is a bit weird for you because your Infinity Words stream is always a bit delayed as well. Resync means start over. Possibly. Although, I mean, you've only got to build this. So, right, here we go. Few's bot has submitted a design. No, Few, what you've done, you've put the supports over here, and you haven't put any supports on these roads, so it's not going to work. You put the supports over here. Would you like to try again, Few? Yes, you made a Triforce. Well, if you'd like to try again, then feel free. Otherwise, I mean, if you can't even complete this level, there's probably not much point as doing viewer designs. Now you can complete it. Okay, I'll wait until we've got a working design then. Hello, Ruby. Well, if you'd like a chance to prove Dustin and Few wrong by designing a bridge yourself, you should be able to use the Polybridge Twitch extension, which should be on my channel at the moment. If you'd just like to sit back and laugh at them doing it wrong, then that's fine as well. Either way, thanks for dropping by the stream. Oh, you're working. Okay, that's fair enough. Well, thanks for hopping in, and yeah, we're doing some more Polybridge. Right, LT Bago with his first first design. He's written the word Emma in the bridge, which is very nice of you, T-Bago. But that's still not how you support a bridge, so that's going to fail. We have another design from Furyshot. Okay, I think this one might actually work. Let a couple of submissions come through. Yeah, I will do that, Dustin. Now that there's a few people actually trying. So, congratulations, Few. You made a working design. It is over budget, but I think we'll count that. Let's just... Okay, Dustin's done the exact same design as Few. So... you're both over budget, but we'll count that as a win and move on. So you will have to resync it now. Should over... yeah, Few, if you could add over budget to sell, please, as well as under budget. So if you hit the purple button to resync with the streamer, because I'm on a different level now, and there's a slightly bigger gap for you to complete. So Dustin, Few, T-Bago, if you'd like to have a go at this one. You've got more space to write words now, T-Bago. I don't know if you can fit T-Bago in this space. Not valid? That might just be because I changed level. If you resync it, it should work. Oh, is going to be difficult. Well, I mean, you can just draw 4 woods like that. That's sort of a no. I see your submission, Dustin, but I will... yes, I realise you mean not valid in the game of Scrabble. I think it should be a valid word in the game of Scrabble. I can see you've done a submission, but I'm going to wait for someone else to do one as well, and then we'll go through all of them. In the meantime, I'm going to write the word T-Bago in which pieces. There we go. Perfect. Okay, we have submissions from Dustin and Few. T-Bago, are you doing a submission for this level? If so, I'll give you a moment to finish it. You're not. Okay, so let's, since Dustin submitted first, let's look at his. Okay, that's a rather wiggly road. But it does work. Congratulations. Let's see if WTF. So, since this worked, if WTF has managed to beat the budget of your submission, then he wins. No. That's actually almost twice the budget. Few. You don't actually need all of these ones at the top. But good effort. It does work. So let's move on to the next one. Let's see how you do on this one. If it works, it works. This is true. If at any point you get sick of building bridges and would rather I just carry on playing the game, do let me know and I'll switch back to that. So yeah, hit the purple button again. While you're working on your designs, I'll do a submission of my own. Okay, so that works and has the added bonus of landing the camper van on its roof. It is over budget though. Still no submissions from Dustin or Fuse, so I'll give them a few more minutes. See if I can get this design under budget. There we go. Not quite my best design. Still not seeing any submissions from these two, so I'll assume they're still working on it. I wonder just how steep this can go and still have the car drive up it. Oh, it's going. It is going. Okay. That's a slight problem. Okay, we have a submission from Few and from Dustin. Okay, so Few was first this time. So let's see what Few's come up with. Yeah, so Few, what you've tried to do here is you've tried to go under the rock. You know when you keep asking me to go... Oh, God. Yeah, when you keep asking me to go under the level, yeah, it doesn't work. No, you can't build tunnels in this game. Let's see if Dustin... Let's see if Dustin's solution is any better. No, Dustin, that didn't even work. I'm kind of impressed that you managed to not have it work. Okay, which means that I win because my solution worked. Right, moving on. Actually, that level's kind of similar to the ones we've had. Let's have one that isn't just a normal bridge. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Yes, I saw, Dustin. Okay, so everybody reload with the purple button if needed, and give this one a go. So this has got an obstacle in it in the form of this plane. You have to avoid that with your... Hopefully the Twitch integration thingy actually shows where the plane's going to be. Otherwise this level might be quite difficult. And while you guys are working on a solution, I'll work on one of my own. So obviously the standard solution to this is to try and build a road under the plane because the support's down here. So that's exactly what I'm not going to do. I'm going to try and do this instead. Okay, Dustin Dude has submitted a solution. Let's just give this a go. No, it doesn't work. I can possibly salvage this if I make the road go out like this. You still working on the solution, Few? Yeah, okay, no problem. There we are. Plane flies through the middle of the bridge, and yeah, please go get it up. Okay, the police car missed the flag. Let's try that again. Okay, Few just submitted a solution. Let's just see if my solution works. There we go. So I didn't get it under budget, so you're both still in with a chance here if you can get it under budget. Oh, no, hang on. Sorry, those solutions were both Dustin. I guess you can try twice, Dustin, and I'll just take whichever solution works best out of your two submissions. Three submissions. One of them will work. Okay, well I'll try all three of them and we'll see what works. I assume I can run solutions while Few is still doing his design. Resign? Does that mean you've given up, Few? Oh, you haven't got a mouse. Right, you should have said. Yeah, that's going to make this game considerably more difficult, not having a mouse. Sorry, I didn't realise that. Let's see what Dustin's come up with then. So this was Dustin's first design. Okay, yeah, so you had the same idea as me of going over the plane. Yeah, well, sorry. Yes, Dustin, I realise that now. Few seems to have decided he's not going to submit this time. This one, Dustin, is too steep. Truck can't get up. And this looks like a more normal solution to the level. So congratulations with that. And let's look at your third one. Yeah, see, I've spotted a problem here. Oh, it is attached. Yeah, it's just not attached very well. Yeah, that actually fails before the car even drives onto it. Okay, well, if it's only one person submitting designs, I will probably go back to playing the 3 sheep difficulty world. But I'll leave the extension open, so Dustin is still welcome to try. Oh, you want one more view? Well, if this one was too much work because of not having a mouse, you're not going to be able to do many of the others, I don't think. But okay, we'll try this one. See if you can manage this one for you. No, you can't go under it before you ask. Doesn't work. So yeah, we'll make this the last easy Twitch integrated level, and then I'll go back to the 3 sheep difficulty worlds, and Dustin is welcome to continue submitting bridges if he would like. Let's do something like this. Okay, yeah. So that, as expected, that jumps over the flag. What I'm going to try and do now is make it put something here and then have it slide back down onto the flag. Let's see how that goes. Okay, that didn't work. Dustin has submitted 2 solutions already, so I think we'll start looking at those. Well, it is going to miss the boat. That's a good sign. Yes, that is a very well designed bridge, apart from one small problem. Let's look at Dustin's other design. This time it's got some angled bits on the road, so let's see if it makes it. Oh, that was actually really close. Dustin, if you make this bit of steel, I think your design might actually work. Yeah, I'm going to change these to steel and see if it works. Come on. Really? That broke? I'm determined to make this work now. So maybe if we just do this. So yeah, I don't know. It seems like as soon as I play a solution, then you can't submit any more solutions. Which does, I'm sure that's not how I remember this extension working with Polybridge 2. I never did a stream myself, but I did submit designs on a different streamer's stream. I'm sure they were playing levels as other people were still submitting, and that all worked. Anyway, I made your level work. I had to smooth it out slightly, but it's working now. So I'm going to go back to the 3 sheep difficulty. I haven't got much longer left in the stream, but oh, hang on, a few just snuck in at the last minute. There was. Yeah, you've tried to go under it, Few. Let's see how this goes. I have high hopes for this. I mean, the bridge didn't really break. Only this piece here broke. The rest of it actually stood up, but the truck is underwater. Sorry, Few, that didn't work. Okay, I am going to go back to here, back to my profile, back to the campaign. So there's actually three sheep difficulty campaigns. There's a generic one, a springs one, and a custom shapes one. So we'll start with the generic one. Actually, no. Dustin probably can't build that one because it's hydraulics. We'll do a springs one because Dustin can submit a solution to this. So this introduces a new type of building material to the game, namely springs, which, as you can see, they flex under load. So we need to make a jump, and then we have this section of road here to catch it at the end. I'm going to assume that's okay because we've only been given 4 roads. We probably don't want springs on the jump itself. We want springs on the catching end to absorb the landing. I think here. Hi, Dustin Dude. As mentioned. Oh, you reported the problem to the Polybridge team. Yeah, I mean, it's quite possible I did something wrong enabling the extension. So thanks very much for reporting that. I suppose you've got contacts with the Polybridge team already from your testing. What are springs, Few? I think you probably know what springs are. Yeah, so Dustin, you are welcome to submit a solution to the level if you want to. It's I assume the extension lets you build with springs. Let's see how this does. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, maybe I do actually need to put springs here. Let me see if that helps. Ah, no, it doesn't help because the spring will buckle under the weight of the bridge. And then the jump isn't a jump anymore. So I think we do need to make it work without springs. This is going to break. Suppose actually we could just spring the second part of it. See if that helps. There we go. Okay, so we did need a spring on the left-hand side. Dustin, are you submitting a solution for this level? Ah, you are. Okay. Let's see what Dustin came up with. Dustin, you've deleted the catching bit on the right-hand side. It will work. No, Dustin, it doesn't work. Look. It doesn't work. Okay, Few has also submitted the solution. Okay, Few, your solution is actually closer to working than Dustin. No, Scrabble, there's no RNG in this game. That was actually a flaw with Polybridge 1 in that the simulation was non-deterministic, so you could have a solution that worked sometimes and not others. But since Polybridge 2, there hasn't been any RNG. Yeah, Few, your solution almost works. You just needed a spring on this side, I think. Dustin has posted a second attempt. Still doesn't work. Why spring? So this breaks under the force of the vehicle jumping off, and if you had steel available, you could brace it with steel, but since you don't, the other option is to use springs. Let's see if putting a spring on Dustin's level fixes it. No, it still doesn't. It's still not high enough. You've only used 3 of the 4 roads. So this is Dustin's next design, which is strengthening the... Yeah, see... The car doesn't... motorbike. The motorbike doesn't get high enough with only 3 roads. That's why the game gives you 4 roads. You has put a spring in. Well, it didn't break. The problem if you put the spring at the bottom here is the whole thing is going to sag down, so that by the time the vehicle jumps off, it's not actually pointing upwards anymore. Your bridge is a bit flaccid, unfortunately. Nothing seems to be working. Well, you managed to get another submission in, Dustin, but it's the same as the previous one. Okay, well, we'll move on from this level. And maybe submissions will start working again. I think I have to go back to the campaign menu. Oh. No, it is working, Dustin, because 2 more solutions just came through. Here's WTF trying again with another spring-based design. Not quite. Yeah, the spring doesn't really work here. It needs to be one of these bottom ones. See if it's one of these bottom ones. If you imagine that, for example, here, this is a rigid piece, and this is a rigid piece, and then if you've got a spring here, then this piece can flex up or down by stretching or compressing this spring, and this stays in place. That's the idea. Dustin Dude has just submitted... Dustin, it's not going to work because you've deleted this end. But even if it got up here, it's not going to land. Let me just... let's say hypothetically, Dustin, this solution worked. Yeah, see, that's still not going to work because you deleted this part of the bridge. So... Well, it made it to the middle, but it didn't make it to the flag. Prove the... Yeah, that doesn't count as making it. Level failure. It ended up down here. Now this I know this looks like a tunnel. It's not actually a tunnel. It's some sort of ruined pillar, but it lands here, not here, so it doesn't even go on a pillar. Yeah, this isn't a Mario pipe that pops out next to the flag. It'd be cool if it was. Right, Dustin Dude with another solution. Okay, yes. You've built the side again. Oops. Hang on, let's play the whole thing back. Yeah, you lost too much momentum on this middle bit, I think, there. It landed a bit awkwardly. One more? Okay. I mean, I guess I'll keep this open until one of you does it then. Hopefully I don't have to play the entire rest of the campaign like this, because it might take me a long time. Dustin, presumably you have completed the campaign yourself since you worked on this game. There we go. Congratulations, Dustin. Yeah, WTF needs to go in 7 minuets. I don't know how long a minuet is. Let's just... Average length of a minuet. So typically minuets take around 4 minutes to play from start to finish. So Few has another 28 minutes before he needs to go. So we've got time for some more levels. Look at the other player solutions. Okay, let's have a look at the gallery. Is that one... Okay, I regret using the word flaccid now. So here are some player solutions. I'll sort by lowest budget. And wins only. Don't include cheats. Yeah, so somebody got it for only $6,000, and they didn't have the catch on the right hand side, but they did have to put extra roads in the middle. So I don't think it's possible with just the left hand side and no roads here and nothing here. The newest one. Okay, so sort by most recent. What, this $42,000 solution? Okay. Hopefully the Twitch terms of service allow showing that on stream. Was that you, Few? Was this all a bit massive troll just so you could submit that solution, or did you just happen to notice it on the community submissions? It did. Well, this level introduces springs, so that's what you can do with springs. You can make flexible objects, and of course everybody's mind jumps to the same thing. Right, so I've been streaming for 2 hours now, which is what I usually stream for, but I'll at least carry on until Few needs to go, which is in somewhere between 7 and 28 minuets. I'll do one more level, and if anyone wants to submit a solution, they can. So this is demonstrating the point of springs. So there's a spring holding up this. No, I'm not closing out with that level for you. That's deliberate. It's a very deliberate decision on my part. So the spring is holding up this bridge, and then when the car drives across, the spring flexes downwards, and therefore it's able to collect the star, even though the blimp is going to go across the star. So then they give you the space to replicate something similar of your own. Sorry, yes, that's an airboat, not a blimp. So we want to do a road kind of like that, I think, which is going to flex down onto a road like that. See if I can get that just under 6 meters. So I only need 3 roads. And I will support this like this. And then this needs to be supported with a spring. It's actually supporting with 2 springs, I think, because one isn't really long enough. So let's see how that does. Okay, so the plane still makes it underneath. We'll see whether the car manages to connect to... Okay, if it manages to get the start, okay, that doesn't quite work. So in this side, they used a spring to soften the blow of the vehicle contacting the bridge. So we'll need to do something similar here, I think. Speed this up a bit. Okay, that's still slightly too high. And also, actually, this isn't going to flex because that's not rigid. That's still rigid. So I'll put the spring there. In which case, I can probably raise this back up again because it will sag from the spring. Okay, let's try that. Almost. It was very close that time. Okay, I think I might just not be overlapping it enough. Let's do that. No, now the plane drives through the bridge. That doesn't help. Yeah, I need to raise this up. Okay, we made it. The bridge broke, but that should be easily fixable. I'm not convinced we actually need this piece. indeed. Yeah, we don't need that piece. We just need this to be stronger. There we go. Do the I'm not doing the flaccid one, Phew. Okay, so we managed that level. What if you perhaps deliberately make a structure for the plane to hit? Or perhaps two of them. Plane dead. No, the planes are fine for you. So the plane can't be diverted from its course or damaged or anything, so it will just plow through anything you make. So you can't like deliberately put something there to knock the plane off course or anything like that. Yeah, that doesn't really work, but it's a good idea. Let's see what Dustin came up with. Okay, so Dustin has quite an elaborate setup here using a jump and some ropes and some springs. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, Scrabble, again, no. We're not going to talk about that. Okay, thanks. Okay, that's... Yeah, it's just going a little bit too slowly there, Dustin, to make that jump. Unfortunately. Why is it going so slow? Because it's very slow. They're carrying a washing machine. I guess that's the reason. They go very, very slowly. So if you look at it from this angle, it looks like it's going to make it, and then oh no. Yeah, I'm old enough for that view. I don't know how old Scrabble is, but I'm definitely old enough for that. Right, so I think I'll do another one. I want to end the stream on a slightly higher note than what some people have been talking about. Yes, you need to go, Few. So thanks for dropping in. Hope to see you in a future stream, and good night. For the rest of you, I'm going to do one more level. So this is... Okay, so what's going on here is you have to build the bridge in this area here, and then it's going to fall down into place. And they've demonstrated what's going to happen here with this. The whole thing falls down into place. Normally that would cause it to break, but it's got springs to act as shock absorbers to absorb the impact. So we need to build something like this, only bigger over here. So the obvious starting point is springs at the bottom. So that's what we'll do. Followed by some steel. We're now going to... Oh, you haven't played this level before, Dustin. Okay, well that'll be interesting for you to try and solve then. It's going to open the springs with trampoline the car into the air. So it is possible to build that sort of thing if you have a hydraulic level where you can time the release of a split joint. You can cause a spring to suddenly expand and catapult. Springs have sort of been nerfed for Polybridge 3. In Polybridge 2, you could pre-compress springs in the level designer, and then they would expand when the level started. The reason that was taken out is basically because you could cheese a lot of levels using spring cannons. So you'd have a big gap to cross, and you wouldn't bother building a bridge. You'd just put a bunch of springs behind the vehicle, and it would just fire the vehicle across the gap. Which was fun, but yeah, that was... The thing with cheese in Polybridge is it means that if you want to get a good place on the leaderboard, you have to do that cheese. And there's a lot of much worse cheeses that have been found. So Polybridge 1 and 2, and to an extent 3, have a glitch in the physics engine. So what you do is you take a tiny piece of road like this, position it really, really, really high up, and then it drops down onto the vehicle in such a way that it fires the vehicle across the gap. Another option in Polybridge 2 is you could have what's called a dangling road, where you just built a road across the gap and didn't bother supporting it because the road itself was just strong enough to stand up on its own. which again took most of the thought out of the design. So road strength has been reduced in Polybridge 3, so you can't do that. So yeah, the game designers have put a lot of thought into what sort of cheese is acceptable and what isn't. There are still many. The levels are most fun when there's many different ways to complete them that all have reasonably good budgets, which I think they have managed a reasonable balance of that with Polybridge 3. Obviously, there is still plenty of cheese. Now, I'm not sure exactly how high these roads need to be when the thing drops down. I'm going to put them here and see how that works out. Oh, yeah, well, I'm not going to go into more detail than that, Dustin, but yes, there's a lot of cheese has been found and exploited in this game. I'm using far too much steel here. I don't need one there. That can reach on its own. And that can reach. Oops. Which probably means that can reach. Yeah, there we go. So we'll go with that. Oh, you had a first place battle with Eunice. Yeah, I never tried that with Polybridge 1. I was... Not all of the levels, but a significant number of the levels, Eunice managed to glitch a $0 first place solution in, which of course removes all fun from the competition. Fortunately, Polybridge 3, the glitch that allowed you to complete the solution for $0, which was basically place the roads and then there's a way where you could remove them and then have the simulation still work. Fortunately, that doesn't exist anymore. Because yeah, it's not fun competing against a solution that's impossible to beat without basically breaking the game. Anyway, how close are those roads? They're slightly too high, so I need to lower this down. Probably by about that much. Okay, let's see how that goes. It's not quite lined up. Okay, yeah, it's still gonna tip over. Lower it a little bit more. There we go. So, Dustin, I think you did submit a solution to this. Okay, yes, I think yours is going to be too high, but we'll give it a go, see what happens. Yes. Small problem here. Let's look at Dustin's second solution. You just hastily moved it down. It's closer. It just barely doesn't work. I don't know if you want to submit a third one, Dustin. Third solution of Dustin's. That looks about right to me. There we go. Nicely done. We didn't get through quite as much this stream as last stream. We got through 3 levels of this and the rest of that world and that world. But we did try out the Twitch integration and we had a laugh at some bridges that Dustin and Few built. Yeah, that was an interesting stream. I'm going to be on holiday next week and the week after, so there will be no streams next weekend and no streams the following weekend. But the 3 weeks from now, I will be back streaming Friday, Saturday, Sunday around 9 PM UK time. I will be doing a variety of games, probably including another Polybridge stream. Thank you everybody for watching. It's possible I'll have affiliate next time I stream, or at the very least the VIP option will be unlocked. because I've reached 50 followers now. So thank you everybody for following. And let's look for somebody to raid. So is anybody of my followers actually streaming at the moment? It doesn't look like. Okay, we've got the reasonable Cuba. WTF is already gone, so he's not going to moan that we should raid Infinity Words, which is a relief. We do have a few other streamers that I watch who are all currently playing Palia. Palia has sort of taken over the sort of cozy Twitch community at the moment, I think. So we will raid one of those, I think. So, yep, this is one of many Palia streamers that I follow. Palia is a game I play occasionally on stream, and I've been playing a lot off stream, so I'm sure I'll be playing more streams of it. Bye for now.